How's it going, guys, and welcome back to the channel. It has been a very long time since I've done your typical update vlog here from any of the parks in the Orlando area, so I'm very excited to be back here to do the final update before Halloween Horror Nights officially begins on September 2nd right here at Universal Studios Florida. It's so exciting. I have my ticket. I bought the Rush of Fear pass, so I will be here through all of September covering the event. And I'm just truly so excited to get on inside and see what all the updates are about, because it has been a hot minute since I've been here to the resort to check out all of the Horror Nights stuff. They do have all of the sets up, all of the decorations, all the scare zones are prepped and ready to go, and then we will also be checking out any haunted house updates. So enough wasting time, let's just get on inside, check out all the updates, and just overall have a great time here at the Universal Orlando Resort. Let's get on inside. Now right off the bat, you can see that they did set up the medallion and all the banners for some of the haunted houses that we will see this year. Now it is interesting because they don't have the year up, or like the number. This is Halloween Horror Nights 31. So it's interesting that they don't have it up on the medallion, but if we look at the banners, they do have one for Universal Monsters Legends Collide, Halloween. Over here we got The Weekend, and then the Horrors of Blumhouse. So enough talking, let's head on inside and check out some of these updates. Now if we do take a look from the other side of the arches, they do have these trusses up which look to be projecting, or that they will project some spooky lighting out here on the ground across from the main entrance to the park. We are greeted with what will be one of 5 scare zones. This one is called the Horrors of Halloween, and it's going to be very impressive, one that you're going to see right after entering the park. And this one's going to basically have all the monsters and creatures that you will find throughout the park's different haunted houses. So basically it will just contain the best of the best this year, and I'm very excited for this one. This is near the top of my list of most anticipated scare zones, so I'm just overall very excited. And what makes this all even cooler is that this pumpkin right here is from the Realm of the Pumpkin haunted house from last year's Horror Nights. And that was actually my personal favorite haunted house from last year. So awesome to see this massive prop make a return. But now let's take a look deeper into the scare zone, just check out some of these updates. Very cool, a lot of pumpkins, and right there you can see a 31, because this will be the 31st year of Horror Nights. And if we look right over here, hidden in the corner, it looks to be a fog machine. So there will be fog throughout the streets as you walk around this area. And right here, this setup, which has candy all around it, does seem to match the Sweet Revenge scare zone over out in front of the Mummy, which was previously rumored to be Candy Mutants. So we're gonna check that out next, actually, because that seems to be the end of this scare zone. So let's continue on down the street now and go see what else we can find. Didn't have to travel far to find the next updates. You can see right over here, this setup will contain the sign to one of the haunted houses. And then over there, right in front of the Music Plaza stage, you can see all the switchbacks where you would queue up for the said haunted house. And then right here, you got all the games that will be open during Horror Nights, where you can win prizes and such. So it just started to rain a little bit, so I'm gonna find some shelter to protect the camera, just so it doesn't get wet. And then we will continue the vlog and pick things back up once the rain dies down. Well, that didn't take long. I guess that's Florida for you. Only a short break and we're back going for the rest of this video. But if you look over here, this street just got repaved, or like new bricks added or something. But it's been under construction for the past several weeks. And you can see over here, they got some food booths that will be open for Horror Nights. I'm not going to go too in depth on the food booths, just because this video is more focused around the scare zones and haunted houses and some of the other updates. Now checking this out, we got the Sweet Revenge scare zone, which basically covers the entire New York area in front of Revenge of the Mummy. This one might be my most anticipated scare zone. I don't know if it's going to be the scariest, but I just really like the aesthetic that this whole thing is giving. You can see that they definitely are covering up something gory right here with this cover, just so no kid has their day ruined during the day. but you can just see all the pumpkins set up. Really enjoying this set right here. Here's some of that candy that I was talking about. Right here, probably shouldn't touch. Then right here, you got some corn. It's cold! And you could kind of tell that there's going to be some special effects for this stage setup right here. Someone's going to be up there, and then these wires kind of give off the vibe that there will be some special effects, some spooky lighting perhaps. Over here you got some more corn, definitely giving off a creepy farm vibe. Then right across the street you got the tribute store, which just had its sign added, I believe only yesterday. That should be open in time for the event starting Friday, so maybe they'll open it a day or two early. Just going off of previous events, they have opened the tribute store a few days early, so one could hope that they'll do the same for this year. And then this truck right here for Major Sweets Candy Co. is actually new since their last visit. That's a very cool prop. I assume it's just reused from like previous events. They do that a lot where they'll repaint something and reuse them, because it does look like something that could have possibly been used in previous scare zones from years past. Look at that, Killer Taste, Major Sweets Candy Co. Love that tagline. Okay, last skim by of the scare zone before I move on. You got some of the signs to where you will enter the haunted houses down there. You got the tribute store entrance right over here. Over there you've got Revenge of the Mummy, still not open from its very lengthy refurbishment. And then right over here you got the judge's booth for where I was showing you a scare actor or somebody will be standing up there, possibly the mayor, possibly Mayor Sweets right over here. And even hidden back here you've got some more decorations for pumpkins, possibly just to hide where all the electrical work is, and this cord for some special effects. But yeah, it all seems really cool. Again, this is one of my most anticipated scare zones. Not gonna be the scariest of them, I don't think, but I'm very excited. And hidden over here to the left of the main entrance to the tribute store, you can see all these switchbacks and gates that will be ready to go for when it is time for Horror Nights, because these are where you're gonna enter two houses, and they could put these switchbacks up pretty quick when the time comes, because this is where you are going to enter, and then the houses will be over there to the left of the street. And as you can see, just like every year, they do have the main sign for which house will be here covered up, just not to spoil anything. And this one as well. We're going to see a lot of these around because there are 10 haunted houses this year, just like about every other year. And these are just 2 of them. So let's continue down the street because we're pretty much done looking at this scare zone now, and just make our circle around the park, showing you all the updates. And now this is probably what I'm most excited for, honestly. Right down here in Sting Alley, an unofficial scare zone. It appears to be the Meats Locker, inspired by the Leave It to Cleaver haunted house from years past. I'm very excited for this. What kind of story is going to be here? Well, I mean, obviously it's inspired by Leave It to Cleaver and Meaty Meats, but I'm just very excited for this. I mean, you've got a lot of great set decorations here. Sting Alley is normally ignored and sort of a missed opportunity for some great scare zones that it's just been neglected throughout the years. I think there used to be a scare zone back here in years past, but it's been honestly more than a decade since then. So you can see that they have a grill back here to cook some of the meat. I don't know if they're actually going to sell stuff here. You know what, they might. They might be selling different meats cooked by Meaty Meats himself right up here on the menu board. You can see, I don't know if these are fake or real. I honestly can't tell. And that grill, I mean, honestly, it could just be a prop for all I know. Please let me know if they're actually going to be selling stuff back here, because I would love to know. And up there you can see that they have a specialty cocktail and some other specialty goods. Very cool, very exciting. Not a huge area. Missed opportunity if they don't have any scare actors back here. I doubt it if you can actually buy some stuff there. And then as you exit, a sign that reads, "Do not enter." I'm very excited for this area, not gonna lie. Probably at the top of my most anticipated list of places to stroll down during Horror Nights this year. And again, that area in Sting Alley is a complete surprise. It surprised everybody. I don't think anyone really knew what to expect there because it is an unofficial scare zone and sort of like an area that has been neglected throughout the years of Horror Nights. So it's a huge surprise and I cannot wait to explore Sting Alley during Horror Nights this year. And circling back around to where you enter Sting Alley, yeah, there's some registers here covered up, pretty much confirming that they will be selling actual stuff. Making this all that much cooler, a nice place to go to buy some snacks, some food, possibly some drinks. Yeah, I'm definitely really looking forward to this area when it's all lit up at night. It's gonna be really cool. Now right out here at the entrance to San Francisco and across from Fast and Furious, you can see at this food truck they do have some spooky items that you can purchase. Now here in the San Francisco area, I believe this is the Conjure the Dark scare zone. This one I didn't think I would like so much, but it's actually very impressive. Last time I was here, not even half of these decorations were set out on the street. You can see that there's going to be something gory, of course, right here covered up for day guests, and up there on the stage as well. I'm actually really excited for this. This was originally at the bottom of my most anticipated list for scare zones, but I might have to rethink that. And over here, some more set decorations with some skulls and some bones of some animals and a human skull right there, right next to this big truss that will have some spooky lighting, of course, per usual during Horror Nights, and then a speaker right here that will obviously set the mood with some spooky sounds and music. I was going to show you over there, but there's some guys working and don't want to disturb them, so I think we're going to move on to the next scare zone or haunted house and see what we could see. Now over here, halfway between Diagon Alley and San Francisco, right here they will have more food items. It looks to be a similar sign design across the whole park, with right here you got like the creepy zombie hand, and then over here I guess they haven't set it up yet, or maybe back there they will have where you can get the food item, because normally they do have a booth set up right about here. And unless they haven't set it up, it looks like just the sign, and maybe you will be able to get said item somewhere down there. And now remember last year when we thought Nightmare Fuel would be the last time we'd ever see a show inside the Fear Factor Theater? Well, we have been mistaken, because this year they will be doing Halloween Nightmare Fuel Wildfire. It sounds kind of like almost like a sequel to last year's show, which I actually did not get to see last year, so I'm very excited to check it out this year with my Rush of Fear pass. It seems like they have all the switchbacks set up. I don't know if this will be for the show or the queue for the haunted house that will be over here, which we will get to in a second. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I think this is for the show, not the haunted house. And now right over here by Men in Black is where you will enter the Bugs Eaten Alive haunted house, which I am honestly most excited for. I don't like bugs really, but I'm most excited for this haunted house for a number of reasons. But what's also interesting is that they did tear down last year the one that was for Welcome to Scary back there behind Men in Black. And so they are reusing one of the haunted houses from over there for this one, yet you're still going to enter over here. So it's basically going to be a long queue that goes around the Men in Black show building, and you will end up over there to where you would go through the haunted house. Very interesting and unconventional. And now over here on the bridge to The Simpsons, there is a lot to take in. Over here you can see the return of the Chucky photo op from last year, where you can get inside and have your picture taken. And then over there you can see a pumpkin themed food booth. They still don't have the menus up on the board, it looks like, but I'm sure they will add those any day now. Now over here is where you enter, I believe, the Descendants of Destruction haunted house. Now normally you would enter for two different houses here, but they're having you enter Bugs Eaten Alive way over there, maybe for crowd control, just to have them spread out. But usually you would enter two different houses here, this year just one. You can see the sign right there where it's going to be, and you're going to enter there and go backstage. Yeah, very interesting how they're doing it this year. Just standing here is giving me flashbacks to last year when we had to dodge the rain. That was terrible. And now quickly looking over at this little merch card, they do have some preview merch for this year's event. So let's check it out, because I haven't really gotten a good look at any of it. They are reusing the same tagline from last year, never go alone. This t-shirt is $30. They've got some nice posters up here. Yeah, very interesting. And then they've got some more of it back here. Got a Halloween hoodie. This one priced at $57. Some glasses. This t-shirt is actually very nice. I really like this. $37 for this ringer tee right here. And then we've got some mugs. All really nice. Really enjoying some of the merchandise this year. And now just outside of Springfield and next to the Back to the Future car, another food booth. Yeah, right there, the Good Guys Burger. Looks to be themed after Chucky. And I know that I said I wasn't going to go too in-depth on the food booths, but there's just so many of them. Missed opportunity if I don't talk about at least half of them, right? But here looks to be one themed to Halloween, or at least I think it's Halloween. This one's located right here outside of Kid Zone, across from the SpongeBob store pins. And it looks like a couple more food booths up here that we're going to check out. And of course over there they're playing Smash Mouth. Just pulling on my heartstrings, aren't you, Universal? Still missing Shrek over here. And yeah, really enjoy this set decoration right here for this food booth. Very nice. Yeah, look at that. You can get some Philly cheesesteaks right here. And then you've got that food booth right over there that still has not put up the menus on the signs yet. And then of course over here, you'll get the world famous pizza fries right here at Kid Zone Pizza. And now real quick over here in Kid Zone near the back is where you will actually enter two of the haunted houses, which will be The Weekend and Universal Monsters Legends Collide. Not sure which one will be which, but they of course have not set up the switchbacks yet, but this is where you will enter both of them, and then they'll be backstage somewhere. I believe one is behind E.T. and one behind DreamWorks Destination. And now we are entering Scarecrow Cursed Soil. This scare zone actually looks really cool. They have a bunch of big trusses up there to project stuff on the ground. A little outhouse over here. Some scarecrows that have been brutally murdered over here. A lot of really cool set pieces out here. And over here looks to be another boo hole where you will see a scare actor hide inside of. They've got a speaker in there, it looks like. And then over here at the end of the street, it looks to be the main set piece for the scare zone, an old dilapidated barn where some scare actors will stand up there to do their thing. Very impressive. This has been set up in really just a matter of days. And then over here you got some scarecrows that look to be hung up. Very cool to see this all come together. But yeah, you can see that some scare actors will be standing up here. They've got some trusses up there, maybe some lighting will be added. Then over here you've got like an old tractor where you will enter the scare zone through the barn. And they've got like an old windmill up here. I almost didn't even realize that. That's really cool. And of course, remember kids, do not attempt to climb. And now the Lagoon show this year will be called Ghoulish, a Halloween Tale, and it will be out here on the water. Another show that I never got to see last year, the one that was out here. So I'm excited to check this one out, see what kind of shows they can do on the water. Very curious because I feel like I'm one of the few people that actually really like and appreciate the celebration, the cinematic celebration that they have out here every night throughout the regular season. I mean, you can see that they've probably been doing testing and all that. Not much really as far as like theming in this area. This is just the Central Park area out here on the water where you would come out to watch the show. I'm excited to check this out. Maybe I won't check it out opening night, but I will definitely be back to see it nonetheless sometime throughout the event. So we are almost done with our Grand Circle tour of the entire park. Next we are going to check out the Hollywood area and then wrap this video up because it is getting later than I expected this video to run. The rain definitely had something to do with that. But let's wrap this video up, and then I can get home to editing this for you and have it out, hopefully within the next day or two. So let's get going. Now as I leave Central Park, we enter Hollywood, where Graveyard Deadly Unrest is. Okay, so here we are, Graveyard Deadly Unrest. It looks to be themed, obviously, after an old graveyard. You got some fences up right down over here, which we're gonna take a look at. Now, Nettlewood Ceremony seems to be the name of like the cemetery, obviously, that you will be strolling through when walking the area. Those who are very familiar with the Halloween lore, let me know if that has been used in previous Horror Night events. I'm very curious about that. You can see right in here another speaker, a fan, which is very interesting. I don't know if there's any triggers in there for the scare actors to step on. This scare zone, not my favorite, but I'm still very excited for it. Then over here it looks like another boo hole, another fan and speaker it looks like. Oh, look at that. There's what I was talking about, a foot pedal for the scare actor to step on to trigger some special effect. And so that seems to be most of everything here in this scare zone. Oh, you got a step stool right here. This is interesting. Some stairs that just lead to nothing, lead to this lamppost. That's very interesting. And now let's just come back behind this gate. I really like the gates that they have, very creepy looking, very cemetery-like. Yeah, and it looks like another wire running here for some special effect to this set piece right here. Not sure if I'm supposed to go through it, but I'm going to. And so that's basically the street and the tour around the entire park. We're gonna take a quick look from down there because that is actually where you're gonna enter this scare zone. Then just out here in front of the Born Stuntacular, you've got this piece right here. Almost done. One more set piece right down here, and it is this big cemetery gate, just like the one down at the other end of the street. And then of course right here, you've got the sign reading Nettlewood Cemetery. All right, everyone, that's going to conclude our tour of Universal Studios Florida. Perfect timing because the rain has just started to come, so I think I finished, honestly, at the best time. I'm going to hop on over to Islands of Adventure now. I'm not going to film anything, just hop on over there for a few hours before the park closes. But with all that being said, let me know which house or scare zone you are most looking forward to this year for Halloween Horror Nights. There's a lot to choose from. I'm very excited for all that this event has to offer. Every year they knock it out of the park, and it's going to do it from ParkTwister here at the Universal Orlando Resort. I will be here opening night for Horror Nights on Friday in just a couple of days to check out everything that the event has to offer. I cannot wait. I have been looking forward to this all year. All the preparation, everything, all the updates, it's been mind-blowing. So anyways, if you're new around and want to see more from Horror Nights right here at Universal, be sure to like and subscribe down below, and I will see you in the next one.